In difficult times, in difficult economic times, desperate means requires desperate measures. That means you got to find ways to bring in as much sales as possible while maintaining low cost, keep your employees happy so you can keep your customers happy. At the same time, finding ways to increase value to your existing customers. You could say acquire products or services to bring in additional or new customers. Prior to the health crisis, a business can pretty much coast along being average. Post health crisis, and we still not recovered from that. Between inflation, between interest rates and market condition, and now we are adding to it global or world issues between countries. I don't have to remind you, just turn on the news. In fact, you don't even have to turn on the news. People will bring in the news to you even if you wanted to turn it off. The purpose of this video, although this is not financial advice, legal or tax advice, is to basically use my current proven established cash flow generating machine and then basically apply it to your existing business to have cash flow coming in without your production. Basically, putting money to work as opposed to you doing the work. And there are several ways we can basically bring cash flow to your business. And I called it business passive miracle cash flow. We have the share bundles that you will learn more about. We have the affiliate team and affiliate sales. And I'm going to show you how you can actually leverage your existing management network, management structure to basically take a portion, a percentage of cash flow or cash reserves and basically put it into a cash flow generating machine to make up for rising inflation, interest rates, customer attrition, using your existing reserves and basically tapping to our miracle technology in order for you to bring in additional cash flow without having to disrupt your business, um, the way you do business, your business network. In fact, believe it or not, a portion or perhaps a percentage of your customers are already integrated into our ecosystem, into our, not our ecosystem, into our space, the crypto space. You just have not leveraged them yet. If you are a real estate agent, a mortgage broker, you will eventually, if not already, find someone with crypto who needs to convert crypto to fiat in order for them to acquire their property. Or use crypto or exchanging crypto to fiat within the US and Canada to basically purchase a car. Whatever sales organization that you're a part of, chances are you have customers that right now you're not leveraging in the crypto space. You may or may not even know about them, but it's only a matter of time before you will be asked, before you will be forced to interact with a customer who wants to know, would it be possible for them to pay for this or that service or this or that product using crypto. And that is soon to be a service we made available through Miracle Cash and More called Miracle Pay Online. But right now, we have so much going on, we have to pause the deployment of the beta phase until next time, until we go through a very exciting time towards the final quarter of this year to the next, or perhaps the first quarter of 2024. Anyways, so I'm going to bring you an opportunity. You can actually review all about it. But for now, for the purpose of keeping the video short to the point, and I'm going to show you how you tap in, how you can tap in to share bundles that pays quarterly rewards, affiliate sales using your existing sales team, organization, management structure to basically bring back 10% on the first tier of level management, 4% on the second tier for your junior managers, and 3% on your managers, and even tap into your customers who may not necessarily produce any sales for you, but they may be a happy customer of our products. One and done. I call those customers. And you're not limited to how many you can have. And it could very well be even people that you are servicing, your vendors, they may or may not yet be in crypto. And as we know, crypto is here to stay, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. It's already so integrated into a certain percentage of our population, and now businesses will be forced with regulation in mind to basically adapt it, and it will be just like email, just like cell phone, just like the internet. You can we can resist it to a certain point, but eventually it will be fully adapted. So you might as well get on board. And as a business person, you can take part in the cash flow. So, anyways, let me tell you about the share bundles that you can participate in. So right now we have um, Miracle Cash and More. MFA basically mean Master Franchise Agreement for Italy. There will be a video in the description that tells you about the entire ecosystem. There will also be a video on demand where Micah, the CEO of Cashflow NFT, will be doing an overview with a much updated slides. So we now have Italy share bundle, okay, and then we will basically give more detail about the share bundle. But once you see the presentation, and you will understand what the share bundle is all about. So for as little as $1,000, you can acquire the share bundle. Now there are share bundles for Italy. If you can lock up 5 at a time, we'll call those packages. The package is contains 5 units of Italy, and because um, in the crypto space we have our own proof of transaction token just for acquiring 5 Italy share bundle, we gift to you the Finnic token. If you can acquire 10, we give to you a certain percentage of, or you say a certain number of Finnic token. Acquire none but 20, but you can basically, as you acquire more, we gift you with more share bundle. Acquire 20 Italy share bundle, you get 2 million Finnic token, or 50, basically one time payment of 50,000, then you get 5 million Finnic token. Now, Finnic is what we use as a transaction token into our entire ecosystem. just so to eliminate the question that might come up, what do you mean by gas token? So right now, the company makes can bring revenue in in multiple ways, and I'm going to just focus on four. Imagine for the first time in history of crypto, you can actually walk into a physical store in multiple um, countries within the European region to basically do all things transaction in crypto. And every time a transaction happens in the store, there have to be a way to pay for the fee, and Finnick is used as a transaction token for that. When someone use, whether it's in a store or a merchant, use our POS system, if you're in business, you're familiar with receiving credit card payments for transaction. And First Data basically is a merchant that basically processes all transactions. In our ecosystem, in the crypto space, we call that uh, our own nodes through our own switch. We own our own switch network. So we validate all transactions that happens in our ecosystem, and Finnick is what is used to pay for the fee. We call that gas for the transaction. Transaction can happen in a store in multiple countries, in multiple merchants using our technology. It could happen in an ATM that doesn't stop, and this could also happen online or through the physical device, or it could happen 24/7 via an online exchange. Okay, now these are the countries currently listed for now where we have or we will have physical presence, where in addition to a physical store, ATM, point of sales, web services, and the like. So we don't have to tell you what that means to you. Now, in the crypto space, if you're familiar with crypto, you can participate online only in any of those exchanges, and most of those exchanges have the ability to buy, sell, trade, spots, futures. You can make a purchase or engage with them only online or via an app, and most of them uh, probably have their own coin. But there's only one outside of Miracle that has a stable coin called BNB. Our stable coin is called uh, Miracle Coin, MIR. In addition to that, we also have Finnick. Finnick token is used to validate transactions. And in addition to the type 4 services that are similar on all exchanges, we surpass them in all those ways of customer engagement, not to mention, more importantly, backed by Lloyd's of London and also with Fireblock protection. So, anyways, so this brings you to right now why this presentation about the share bundle matters. So, as we have our own node system, as we have our own Finnick proof of transaction token. You can acquire the node if you have less than 5,000 in investment with us, then you can acquire the node for 2,000. If you have more than 5,000, that means if you choose one Italy bundle, then you're below the threshold of minimum purchase to qualify for a discount on the node. But if you acquire a package or a 5K package, then that automatically put you above the threshold for the discount. And the discount would be it's a difference buying a $2,000 node versus buying the same thing for 1,100. You get the same node, the ability to collect Finnick as on a monthly basis, but you pay less for it for now. Now, if you own a business, obviously we also have a trust that you can acquire to limit your tax exposure and more about that. Anyways, you can also acquire the Phoenix token as a standalone unit. You know, 1,000 will give you 2 million. Um, 2,500 will give you 5.2 million. 5,000 will give you 11 million. 10,000, 23 million. And uh, 20,000 will give you 48 million Phoenix. Right now, we have a limited number of also of the UK share bundle for 10,000, and with that, you get 3 million Phoenix. So these are what we have available, and definitely you want to take advantage of the trust program if this is something uh, that you don't have yet established. You know, trust creation assistance and wealth preservation services with training. You can get a trust anywhere, but we also have an online education system for you to be able to be informed about the process as well. So that's that. So why am I sharing with you all that? These are the choices you have, for instance, to participate. So participation means that you can acquire a. Remember, I started with share bundles that pays quarterly rewards. Now, you can also structure your existing management network into what's called a star reward program. Chances are you can also leverage your existing management team into our ecosystem. Let me help you to understand. Right now, it's probably the end of the year coming up soon, and you as a CEO or business owner have senior management, junior management, managers, and you could have many, which is why the X is for, and then you have employees at the bottom of the pile, and then there could be many. Chances are, if you have a reward system in your business where you reward your employees for doing a good job, and you probably have a bonus system that you give to your managers for basically meeting quota of sales, production, team engagement for getting projects done. Okay, I started talking about having reserves to do that. Let me show you what's possible. I already show you the cost for our share bundle. There's also a three-tier affiliate program that is available. On the first tier is 10%, second tier 4%, three tier, third tier 3%. Meaning that, say for instance, you get $50,000 right now that you would allocate towards bonus for your employees, depending on how big your business is, or 50,000 in reserves. Did you know that if you structure the 50,000 into the share bundle properly, you can participate in our global bonus pool in our cash flow ecosystem? Okay, you take a certain amount of cells, you place them frontline to you. Say, for instance, you take your cells or your 50K that you have available, okay, and it's a long way away between now and then. You can take that 50K and allocate it. You can do it in under one employee, okay, or you can do it even under your account. Okay, say for instance, you own the business, you create an account for yourself, okay, you create an account for yourself, and you create then a secondary account for the business, and you put the cell in the business and put the entire 50K would instantly put you in a position to leverage an instant 10% of that. So 50K, 10% that pays you. Basically, you generate an instant $5,000 paying back to you, the business owner, from your business, from your dormant 50K. Now, the moment you participate in doing so, you also create an opportunity where you position yourself in a bonus pool. Now, I don't want to talk about it in this video, but I have an entire training in multiple ways that will be in the description of this video to give you an idea what the leadership reward is all about. Keeping this video simple and not complicated. Okay, basically, if your senior managers are seasoned, that means they have customers coming in, return customers coming in based on seniority, based on length of time they've been in business, generating profit for the business. And so as they plug into the company, sells a certain percentage of the sales, okay, or a certain percentage of the revenue of the cash flow coming in from the business is then positioned, say the bonus that you would give the sales manager, for instance, 10K, 10K, 10K based on 10%, okay, would generate $1,000 coming to the CEO or business owner. Imagine you do that for all three. 10K, 10K, and 10K. That is an instant $3,000 rewards on your 30K uh, allocation on share bundles and creating therefore your first tier affiliates as well. Now keep in mind that this is a business within a business. They too can open up each one of them. Imagine you create a franchise within a passive income cash flow where they too can independently create their own sales network with their own junior management, junior affiliate, you know, paying three-tier immediate affiliate in three levels as well. And when you take a look at the video on the global bonus pool or star reward program, it will be crystal clear that each one of your senior managers or would be like an independent franchise on their off time in your primary business. In difficult times when business is slow, instead of just pacing back and forth, you know, people moaning about, reminiscing about the good old days, you can plug them into a cash flow generating machine during slow time and create an, an endless flow of independent business owners with their own network and influence that pays you an instant one, two, and three tier per. According to their ability, they can create their own independent cash flow generating machine on top of your existing business that may or may not be going through a slow time, especially if you're in a mortgage business, real estate business, car sales, holidays coming up. There are multiple ways and people have needs, and you can leverage existing income coming in into another cash flow generating machine that can take a life of its own, because the average person, if they're not doing a second or third gig or taking side contracts to generate additional cash flow, or at least thinking about it, instead of clocking in your time into someone else's business during the holiday to bring in additional cash. Well, there is a passive income cash flow that could be independent of the business, but operating on the individual managers, junior managers, and employees' spare time. That does not necessarily interfere with your existing business operation. And everyone have economic needs that of your primary time structure for your business, every one of them are independently motivated to improve their lives. And if not already, most of them are considering a holiday gig to bring some additional cash flow to meet their own existing family needs and wants. And you can solve that problem when your business is benefited immediately, economically, three degrees of separation, and the average person has an influential reach of 6 degrees or more. But the most important 3 degrees of separation is a payable network affiliation that pays you. Anyways, I don't gonna I don't want to get excited because that's talking about the importance of an individual's impact, a person's influential reach. Okay, say for instance, you know, okay, I just participated at Handel and Haydn First Symphony last weekend, last Friday, and they play Israel and Egypt. Okay, now I'm excited. Therefore, I go to the symphony, and the effect stays with me for days, if not the rest of the month. And it was only the 6th of October. Based on my excitement and enthusiasm for classical music, everybody who comes within my immediate sphere of influence would instantly be impacted by my enthusiasm for it, and then they will know about it because of my excitement, because of I'm like refreshed. For 2 hours, I was not listening or consuming the negative trash in social media, and my soul has been enriched. Do you think that I'm going to tell people about that? Of course. I tell you about it, chances are you're going to tell someone else, and the information can go 6 degrees of separation. But after the third round, after the third person hear about it, and then the moment that they hear Handel classical concert or something like that that happens to music, an instant recall of Handel and Haydn or Israel and Egypt, or in some ways, is referenced. But on the third layer of influence, the potency of the information, the quality of what I shared began to lose its effect, or perhaps it's not as pure as on the first, second, and by the fourth, the information can be already diluted, but it can continue to reach as many people as possible. And all because I share my experience with it. And then through me sharing about it, a person through the fourth or sixth degree of separation, oh, yes, I know a friend who went there. Oh, I was there myself. And that information is now reinforced, even though I'm already removed from it 6 degrees or 5 degrees. But if the information is within the first three, one, two, and three, it's still fresh. By the fourth, it loses its impact. That's the power of influence. And it goes the same way for negative information. I just had a flat tire. The the mechanic didn't do a good job. Do you think I'm going to talk about that? Of course. And then if second, third, fourth person, I don't have to remind you. So you slack off, or your employees slack off in their service to their customers. The negativity travel deeper than the positive experience. So I don't have to remind you the power of influence and its influential impact as it travels from one generation to the next. So from a business perspective, you take your senior manager one, two, three, you improve your $1,000 in commission can go a long way, can be a car payment, a gift to their loved ones, and all of a sudden they generate funds to pay for their kids' birthday coming up, holiday gifts. During the slow time, you add an additional source of revenue to your business without impacting your existing business flow. You can change morale 3 degrees with a 3, 4, and 10% with existing bonus that you would allocate towards your employees according to their performance. And now you plug that into something that pays them quarterly, and you plug that into something that if they love, understand, and believe and share, they too can generate 3 degrees of economic impact, and they are salespeople. You don't have to motivate them. Once they see the value and you instantly solve an economic problem, you instantly solve a motivation problem, you instantly eliminate a morale problem in your business, leveraging the power of your existing network, and where you could also prevent your top performers from going to your competitors or even switching to a different business because this season, if the economy remains the way it is for the next 2 years, people are not making the money, nobody's buying a lot of, you know, there's not enough inventory in the housing market. There's I don't have to motivate you with the details. This is the money, cash flow, and I'm giving you also a psychological imperative as to why this is important. Okay, you solve a human connection problem, you solve an economic problem, and you solve a moral problem, and you also eliminate your cash flow problem. A business within a business that does not affect your business performance. So, and all that we talked about the share bundles, the affiliate sales, the star program that you can watch a video in full. Oh, by the way, the node, okay, is pretty much is a cash flow generating machine because as transactions are validated through the node, Finnic is used to pay for the gas. That means both the Miracle coin, stable coin, will be available and exchangeable in the open market, listed on CoinMarketCap. Finnic will also be listed and liquid as well. And having a whole lot, as many nodes as possible, and right now they're 2,000 each for if you have less than 5,000 invested, or 1,100 for now until the prices change. For every 5,000 increment, you can purchase a node at a $900 discount I just showed you. And between having as many Finnic as possible, and there are also going to be people who participate of in the share bundles, they may not necessarily care to earn commission by sharing with other people. They could be just acquire a share bundle for one Italy or get a package and they don't necessarily care about sharing with other people. But because your existing sales network or business people and during slow time, they can basically tap into this cash flow machine as an additional source of income without being distracted by something else that is contrary to your business. And you keep people connected, you keep people engaged, the business receives an additional flow. Imagine every time a sale happens on the first tier, and you can have as many as possible, that generate a 10% commission to the business or the business owner. Okay? Your second tier, your junior manager, sees the potential, and then you got one person who just caught on fire, very socially influenced, already integrated in crypto, understand the node, understand gas tokens, and then they start sharing this to their unlimited network. Every time an activity happens in the second tier, they generate a 10% commission to the business. And that could happen outside of business hours. And it could take a life of its own. As for your managers, same thing. Okay? Same thing. Every time an activity happens on a third tier, it generates a 3% commission coming to you. And you're going to log into your back office to not reveal the names. I'm not going to show that for now. And you see, you know, $30 because someone third level acquired Italy share bundle because that's 3%. $40 because someone in the second tier junior manager acquires in Italy, or $100 for a senior manager who acquires an Italy share bundle, or a node, or a trust, or a UK share bundle. Anyways, you can generate an endless cash flow using Miracle Cash and More's core technologies. And by the way, if you happen to be a business owner, pretty soon we will reactivate Miracle Pay Online that allows you to plug in your existing business so that you can also onboard online your customers who are already into crypto. It's not if you're going to find someone asking you about it, it's when, if it's not already happening. Anyways, so I went to an event not too long ago and I put my name tag crypto investor. He was a real estate agent, during slow time. The smart real estate agent organized a some kind of like an hors d'oeuvres party, meet and greet among her clients during casual time. So there were a lot of mortgage lenders who came in, and some of them put their assigned money, some of them investor or mortgage broker, and I put myself crypto investor. And so happened that if I didn't do that, and I was invited by a friend, and guess what? There's a mortgage broker who told me her son has made a lot of money, and there's another one who does, uh, she's a chiropractor. She does dancing on the side, and there's another one who's into yoga, and some other, new age, stuff going on. And oh, she told me that her brother-in-law did very well with crypto, purchased multiple things using crypto profits, even though she didn't know anything about it, but she knew people who were successful. Now, this would have never came up if I did not identify myself as a crypto investor. And I was in the principal broker wanted nothing to do with crypto. It's too volatile. He wants to have something he can feel, touch, and there's no volatility. There's nothing wrong with that. Multiple personality, and it was actually the nicest guy in the room, but it was the owner of three branches, and they just happened to be there that day just for the social time. Imagine if business was slow, this meeting would have never happened. It was slow time, and he was telling me how there are a lot of people who basically just been kicked out of the business. Everyone who's new, less than a certain number of years, who have not devoted time to cultivating their clientele, they have no repeat sales, they have no referrals, and therefore many of them would lose their job or find something else to do because this is difficult time. Anyways, this video has been long enough. I hope I have given you ideas and how to tap into another source of income to generate cash flow on top of your existing business.